Sooners enjoying a spring day here in Norman, Oklahoma. Welcome back to the 2005 Big 12 Championships. And Sooner women's gymnastics fans are enjoying what they are seeing through the first half of these championships, but we still got half the meet to go. Oklahoma doing so far so good.
Yeah, it is a battle up on the top. You know, Oklahoma, a little bit of a surprise to see them there early, but Nebraska's nipping at their heels. The surprise to me is Iowa State. They are out of it after two events, it seems, already.
Well, the Sooners trying to defend their crown, and after two rotations, these are the numbers. It is very close, and we said at the outset it would be very close.
Yeah, it is very close. 1/10 between first and second, but 9/10 of a point. Iowa State's already back from first. 9/10 of a point is a lot to make up in two events. They have their work cut out for them.
So Iowa State will try to come back in the final two rotations. Now, as far as the individual all-around competition, it is the senior from Nebraska. No surprise there, Rochelle Simpson leading the way, but it, too, is very close.
It's ridiculous how close it is. You have the top 5 athletes all within less than 1/10 of a point. We're talking one step on a landing is separating 5 athletes. That is just ridiculous. That is a stacked lineup right there.
Time for the third rotation now here at the 2005 Big 12 Championships, and Nebraska moves over to vault. Missouri will be on bars, Oklahoma to beam, and Iowa State with the floor exercise here in rotation number 3. One of the newcomers for the Missouri Tigers, we've talked about Alisha Robinson, a senior, Lauren Schwartzman, a junior. This is a freshman, Ashley Khederian.
And Missouri has a young team. They really didn't gel till later in the year. Nice reverse head. And Coach Rob Graff said it took them a while to kind of get on the same page. And once they did, they started clicking. And so far, we can see that they are. Big dismount, double layout. Not quite as clean as we saw from some of the other athletes, but a great start for Missouri.
Ashley Khederian out of Carlisle, Massachusetts.
Take another look at the dismount here. The double layout is very difficult. You can see right at the beginning, feet come apart there. That should be 1/10 off, but first girl up, let me tell you, that's a tough routine for the first girl to start with.
Rob Drass, the Missouri coach, in his 6th year with the Tigers, longtime assistant at Nebraska. And one of the reasons he's excited about the future at Missouri is this gal. Well, things interesting here in the third rotation for the Oklahoma Sooners, and Kristen Cox on beam. It's a tough apparatus for a lot of schools. Let's see how the Sooners do with Kristen Cox, one of their veterans. She's a junior from Memphis, Tennessee.
And this will be very interesting because talking to Steve Nuno before the meet, he said he's generally taken a fairly conservative approach to competitions this year. He's been more concerned about hitting routines than doing a lot of difficulty. And this will be a routine that could go one of two ways. She's got a couple different options and a couple different acrobatic series she can do. One's a little bit more risky, one's a little more conservative, and OU is in the lead right now. So let's see what kind of game plan Steve Nuno has up his sleeve. So he did a very simple mount, and it's nice to just get on the piece of equipment. When it's the balance beam, you don't want to mess around and be tricky. Just get up there. And here's the series I was talking about. And that was a flip-flop to a layout. And she's capable of doing 3 acrobatic elements in a row, and she did play the conservative route. See if it pays off. Nice loop combination there, a little wobble.
Last year in the beam, Kristen Cox performed for just the 2nd time during the season at the Big 12 Championships, and she came up with a 9.8 score, and Steve Nuno says that was a key to their overall victory a year ago.
And let's see if history repeats itself. This is it's a conservative routine, as we said, but it's so far very, very clean. Nice straddle jump, straddle jump. Just the dismount. Round off double twist. 1/10 on that landing. Great job for Cox. OU is rolling.
Solid performance, Kristen Cox.
Another look at the dismount here. Double twist. Really, the only thing she could have done better is stick that landing. And they should be happy. They're moving.
Now Alisha Robinson, the Missouri Tiger, on uneven bars.
And she's very good on bars, and she does the Ginger also. Little foot brake on that catch and almost sent that kip cast handstand over the bar. Little flat on that full over to a packed salto. Every 10th counts in a tight competition like this, and it's going to be a big dismount, double layout. A great landing. Missouri, she's got a sigh of relief. She knew she was on the edge on a couple of those skills and managed to stay on. That's the kip cast handstand. She almost went the wrong way. Full pirouette. That was a little flat, and that's called a packed salto. Very tricky to spot that right onto that low bar. Getting ready for the dismount. We've seen a lot of double layouts off bars tonight. This is one of the better ones. Little foot form in the air, but overall that was a very good routine for Alisha.
More of the Big 12 Women's Gymnastics Championships from Norman, Oklahoma on FSN in a moment.